Hi, everybody. Welcome to August. Welcome to a completely different energy. Welcome to a completely different month. August is an awakener. It's an awakening month because right from the get go, right from the start of the month, right from the midnight of 31st of July or the early hours of 1st of August, we have a new start, an intention, a new energy infused towards us coming from the positive sign of Leo. The new moon in Leo, which is happening in the early hours of 1st of August, is infusing a fresh energy. It's giving us the confidence, the vibe that is required to come out of a season of feeling the feels, of feeling the emotions, to now forming our identity, to now giving space, giving stage to our ambition, giving stage to joy, giving stage to our playful self, giving stage to party vibe, giving stage to all the things that we want to highlight and show, which we are confident about. This is the season which empowers us to show our individuality, to not hide behind anything anymore, come out boldly with our gifts and display it with all the showmanship we have got. This is the season of flair. It's the season of dare. It's the season of prompting our inner self to display what we want the world to see. This is where it all happens with a little bit of a surprise, with a little bit of rebellion energy, with a little bit of breaking away from the norm. Because Uranus, the awakener, is getting activated right from the start of this month. Uranus will be very strong in the first 11-12 days or the first half of the month. And it's all about radical, spontaneous changes. It's about expressing our individuality, coming out of a stagnant situation, not accepting the same anymore, moving out of any situation which is stagnant, moving beyond convention, beyond rules, beyond establishment, beyond the hindrances that have been blocking us. This becomes the time when we have two important energies in play in the first half of the month. One is of surprise, where we surprise ourselves by sort of acting with boldness, acting with radical confidence, acting with the vibe that we were missing earlier to pull out of a stagnant situation, which was blocking our expression. Our fear to change, our fear of being spontaneous, our fear of radical steps is taken away. And it can come out in a little bit of erratic fashion because it's not the easy energy, but it is something that is required to move out of the old vibe, move out of the stagnancy. This is the awakening. And the second energy, which is rife in the first half of the month, which is what we have been asking for, is Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is finally going direct. All of this happens around 11th of August, but we start feeling it right from the new moon of 31st midnight of 1st of August. Jupiter going direct frees up all the things that were held up for the last 4 months. Starting from around 14th or 15th of April, when Jupiter went retrograde, and our external support system to some extent took a backseat. Our blessings took a backseat to some extent. Because it was the period of growing the opportunities in the right direction, re-evaluating them, re-evaluating if we are going in the right direction. Now with Jupiter going direct, the gains, the growth, the personal and professional growth now starts manifesting in material world. You see the support coming through. You see the external influences now working in unison with you. You see the gifts that were held back, that were sort of taken back to some extent, or the steps which we had to take back after moving forward. Now we see the forward movement again. We are not going to stand still in the month of August. This is not the month to stand still because we have both Sun and Mars in Leo. These are the planets of ambition and action, and they are in the best possible sign. So our ambition and drive is at its best in the month of August, especially in the first 18 days of the month. So it's the month to take risks. It's the month to take initiatives. It's the month when our confidence, our self love, our enthusiasm, our cheer is going to be at a high. We will attract all the attention on ourselves, on our talents, on our creativity, and we love it because we have been waiting for this moment. We've been waiting for ambition to take stage, and our ambition takes stage when Sun is in Leo and we have a new moon, and Jupiter throws its blessings unblocked towards all of these, towards our talents, towards our playfulness, towards our party vibe, towards our expression, towards our ambition, towards our own identity. It expands our identity, it expands our ambition, it expands our confidence to go after the things that were held back for such a long time. And this is such a gift to come after the heavy eclipse season, because we are working and have been working over the course of last couple of months to get rid of the karmic things that are holding us back. Now becomes the time to move forward. It becomes the time to write the story forward. It becomes the time to sort of bear the fruits, because in the season of Leo, in the summer season, in the northern hemisphere, the flowers, the fruits of the season, the blossoming of the fruits and the flowers happens in this time. We shine in this season. We shine proudly. We enjoy our gifts. We express ourselves fully and generously. And to some extent, grandly. Everything is big. Everything is big. Everything is with a flair, with a dare, with a pomp to some extent, because it's all part of the performance that comes with Leo. It comes with the confidence, it comes with the faith on our future, which Jupiter is giving us. And at the same time, Uranus is saying no more, we cannot stay with the old stagnant energy anymore. So if there are things that were stuck, if there are things that we were holding back in saying or doing, we are sort of woken up from that moment and prompted to act. And right from the get-go, at the start of the month, you'll see the shift happen, because right from the start of the month, around from 30th of July all the way to 2nd or 3rd of August, Uranus is making aspects to Sun and Venus. So we'll feel that right from the start of the month. And then around 16th or 17th of August, we might receive some different communication as a result of the changes we have done. So these are sort of the surprise days of this month. 30th of July, 2nd of August, 16th of August. These are surprise days. Then we have the growth days, the days on which we start seeing the forward movement on the things that were held back since around 14th of April or at the start of this year. That is happening around 7th or 8th of August. And then yet again on 21st of August, we might receive some concrete communication in that direction. Because in the season of Leo, Leo is a fixed sign, a fixed fire sign. We consistently work with all our dare, all our power, all our energy in a singular direction and move things. So the things will be finalized. The things will be fixed. The things will be sort of put to paper. Because Mercury, the planet of communication, is also going direct right from the get-go, right from the start of the month. On 31st of July, right when we have this new moon, or the 1st of August, right at that moment, a few minutes before or after, we have Mercury, the planet of communication, going direct as well, which means that we have a rebirth of our mind, a rebirth and a restart of communication, unblocking of the communication. Things were not coming back to us. People were not calling back. People were not communicating clearly. We were rethinking things. All of that forward movement starts. Give it 2 or 3 days from the start of the month, because it takes time for the planet of communication to gain speed. But from around 6th or 7th of August, you'll start seeing all of this pan out in a physical fashion. But you'll start feeling the restlessness, if I can say that, right from the start of the month, because you feel this impending change coming your way. You see that you want to set free. You would want to Get out of anything that is holding you back, which is causing stagnancy in your life right now. There is a need for freedom. There's a need to get out of boredom, get out of any kind of confinement that you will feel right from the start of the month. There is excitement there. There is stirring up the boring and stale things because we want things quick now. We can see things can shift now. So once you see things can shift now and your planet of communication is going direct, you're like your mind is speeding up slowly from the start of the month and you'll want to do things quick and fast. And at the same time, you want to do it because you want to heal your individuality. You want to heal the things that your I am wants. You want to heal your individuality in the sense you want to show your individuality to the world. You are a unique being, and in the season of Leo, we want to show our unique being to everybody. The passion, the self expression, the playfulness, the romance, the proud, it's all enhanced in the season of Leo. And this new moon, which is happening on 31st of July or 1st of August, is happening at 8 degree 37 minutes of Leo. This is where we straddle a wall. We straddle two ways of doing things. The 8 degree of Leo is all about being the rebel, being the person who wants to do things quickly, break things, get out of a situation. You know, the be quick and break things, the Mark Zuckerberg motto sort of. I mean, it's like in some Samian astrology, it is shown as a communist activist who's spreading his revolutionary ideals because he wants people to get out of the administrative hindrances. He wants people to get to some extent even riled up because he wants people to break through. But at the same time, it is also the other side of it is 9 degree of Leo. So we're straddling the 8 and 9 degree of Leo. The other side, the other wall that we're straddling is of a dedicated, creative person. 9 degree of Leo is shown as a glass blower who shapes beautifully a vase with a controlled breathing. We're using our whole being, our whole energy in a creative process to generate something of significance and beauty. So we are dedicated about what we are creating. We have put in a lot of energy in that. There's a power of our spirit, a fire of your spirit, which you want to be displayed to the people. You deeply feel these emotions and now you want to put it into form. There's a creative intensity to it. But at the same time, while you are being masterful at your art, you want to have a dream of breaking through the glass ceiling as well. Because 8 degree of Leo is all about it wants to have a beautiful dream of classless society. So you might be trying to do things which people don't think you are equipped to do. People may think you are not there yet. You're not ready yet. So you would rebel against the people, the obsolete establishment, the youth revolutionary within you will revolt and fight against anybody who does not acknowledge your individual identity and does not think you can do it. There's a force of Shiva behind this degree. Rudyard described it as a social political controversy which is riling up in our heart. It is a little bit destructive in nature, a little bit chaotic in nature, but the chaos before is required to get a new order. So the chaos will come before the order. I'm warning you of that the chaos will come before the order. Because the Uranus starts acting way before the blessings of Jupiter comes. Way before, when I say that is a gap of 3 days. But with Uranus, it will feel like years. So starting from the start of the month all the way to 3rd or 4th of August, you'll feel Uranus playing with your mind, this restlessness playing with your mind, this revolutionary in your mind, this social political controversy which is driving you to chaos to some extent. It calls for a new power, it calls for a reorganization, this fight with obsolete establishment, this fight with anybody who does not accept your unique identity will come before you start getting the blessings. Because we are fighting something truly within ourselves here. The square with Uranus is not an external fight. It is a fight with ourselves. It is usually a fight where we have a personal issue. We have an internal issue which needs to be overcome. There is a stagnancy in our own way of doing things which is blocking our blessings normally. And that is highlighted or exaggerated at the start of the month because we want something new now. So, this sort of the push and pull that you feel at the start of the month, the practical result of this movement is external chaos to some extent, which calls for reorganization, which calls for a mega action. And you will see that play out in the political scene. We already see that play out in political scene. We will see revolutionary coming out more and more in the first half of the month as Uranus is activated. There will be a call for new power, a call for reorganization in United States, in Hong Kong, in Russia, in Puerto Rico. You will see all of these countries. You'll see that chaos before a new order come through. And as I said, the other side of it is to generate something significant and beautiful, a new creation. We are developing mastery in our craft independently, not under the influence of somebody. This is self-drive. This is inner confidence, not working per intimidation of anybody else. This is our own drive. When we are under the influence of Leo, we are the king. We act on our own impulses, on our own impetus. We are hammering away to perfection something that we believe in, holding our own in confrontation. We are straddling this overkill versus underkill wall that exists. That you have to be a creative, yes, but a creative with a cause in this case. So there is a emotional tugging of the heart which is required, which happens around 2nd of August to get you, if I can say, riled up, to move beyond, to showcase your talents without hiding, to hold your own in confrontation, to have the courage to fight for what you believe in, as well as the wisdom to focus on what's truly worthy of your attention. As I forget who said this quote, but it was said, one is nothing more than what one dares to be. And in the Leo season, that is exactly what we do. We dare to be who we want to be. The moral and the physical courage is exaggerated right at the start of the month to take a bold step. The passionate, impulsive energy, which lets you to engage other people in what you want to do as well, because it's not just you alone here. A king, even though decides on his own, because Leo is a significator of a king, a significator of the sun. Sun is one, king is one. But he does something where he gets people excited about a cause, gets people excited about what it wants to do. So that's something that you would do also, and the aspects encourage you to do that, and they support you to do that. They support you to get the external supports here, because you'll be able to get people excited like you feel excited about something. So if you feel excited about your cause, you feel excited about this new project, you feel excited about a new job, you feel excited about a new communication, you will get people in your game. You will get people to join you, especially around 6th or 7th of August. So the start is always you getting excited, even getting riled up to some extent, even getting too focused on one thing, because Leo is a fixed fire sign. It's like, you just are firing in one direction because you've decided that's where you want to go, and you're firing all guns in one direction. And when you do that, you get everybody excited about that one path. And that convincing, that support, that positivity of people coming together with you could happen around 7th of August. 7th August is like one of the best aspects that we can have in the next decade. It is one of the best aspects because Jupiter is in its own sign in Sagittarius, Sun is in its own sign, Leo, and they're both merging together in a positive aspect. It feels great. It's one of the best aspects of ease, of high spirits, of enthusiasm, of confidence, of good fortune, provided we act. We can influence people in a very bold fashion on 7th or 8th of August, even a day before or after. It's also a good time to take a journey. Take a journey of spiritual growth, of personal growth, because this is about you doing what you love. Leo is not about doing what other people think correct is the right. It's not about the social norm. It's about doing what brings you growth, what brings you financial gains, what brings you personal growth, what brings you spiritual growth. So, study, travel, broad outlook, whatever you need to do. But things that were blocked since April, you will slowly, not by not, start seeing them open up in the coming weeks, starting from around 7th of August. And the optimism and the love and the attraction and the dating and the social energy will also grow from 7th or 8th of August, because Venus is also getting a positive aspect from Jupiter on 8th of August. So it's a great romance day. It's a great personal day. It's a great time to travel, to take a holiday. That's what I'm doing. So it's a great day to do what you truly want to do, which makes you happy, which makes your soul fulfilled, which gets the creative juices flowing, which gets you to sort of put your beauty on stage. I mean, Venus and Leo is all about putting your beauty on stage, being bold about your talents, being bold about your God-gifted talents, and displaying them in a big fashion. And this will continue. This will continue over the course of this month, as Mercury will also it will become visible after 8th of August. So our communication becomes bold as well. It's moving into Leo from 11th of August. So this is us starting to feel the positivity at the start of the month, and then we start communicating it. We start discussing with people after 11th of August. We start communicating it. We start receiving the messages of it. So 21st of August is a very, very positive and a good news day from a communication perspective. Things that were held back, now the actual news of it starts coming. What we need to be mindful of while all of this is great is that in the season, the ego can get inflated. There's a purpose to it, because we are being asked to do things which are bold in fashion, but there's a energy of my way or highway which gets exaggerated in this season, because we are fixated about how we want things to be done and who we want to do it with. So we want to put things in stone which should be done in the fixed season, but we are reminded that we are modifying our approach, because the Saturn Pluto South Node aspect that I've been hammering about, talking about, will continue till September. So we are still a student in some ways. We are still learning a few things. We don't know it all at this stage. So there are certain dates on which I want you to be specifically careful of this kind of a thing, which can become a mini crisis if we are not careful on these dates. The ego issue from a very small topic can become a little bit big if we are not careful on these dates. So the first date is 4th of August, which I want to be careful about. And then the second is 14th of August. And the third is 24th of August. So let me summarize the dates for you. Surprise dates: 29th of July, 2nd of August, and 16th of August. Positive dates: positive news, positive communication, days to convince people: 7th of August, 8th of August, and then around 21st of August. Even 14th of August is good, but 14th of August, you have a possibility of things getting into ego struggle if you're not careful of. 14th of August is also a very, very positive day. But you want to be a little bit careful that we are not getting my way or highway kind of an energy. And those are the dates which I want you to be careful of, which is 4th of August, 14th of August to some extent, and 24th of August. Those are the days where ego play can come into our bold expression that we want to be careful about. So that's what is happening if we want to look at history. Because why do we look at history of this new moon? Because where this new moon is happening and where the full moon is happening on 15th or 16th of August is the area where we had eclipses in 2017 and 18. What does that mean? Because we have had eclipses for 2 years in the area where we're having a new start. We've had a huge amount of karmic clearing there. A huge amount of karmic shifts have happened in 2017, 2018 there. So there's huge amount of information and learning that has come through in these years in the area of our life where Leo and Aquarius is, where Leo and Aquarius are in our chart. Specifically, these are the dates where you can look at just to see what happened on these dates to gain perspective. It doesn't mean that those events will repeat itself. In fact, these are the dates when something was possibly lost, given away, or put to closure, where we might experience a fresh energy, a fresh start. So the dates are 10th of February 2017, 11th of October 2017, 31st of January 2018, and 18th of April 2018. I will, of course, display them on the screen so you can take a look at it as well. But these are the dates when we had a closure in the area of our life where we're having a new start now. So there might have been some karmic ending which might have happened, and this is specifically true between January to April 2018. The specific dates that I gave you, those are trigger dates. The themes of that would have played out throughout early part of 2018 as well as the later half of 2017. But these are the trigger dates a day or two before or after 10th of February 2017, 11th of October 2017, 31st of January 2018, 18th of April 2018. There would have been an event which is karmic in nature. If that happened, that means that there are planets in your chart which get triggered by Leo and Aquarius. And you might see that trigger in a positive fashion now, like a new start after a karmic clearing, which is happening. You might see some delayed rewards of the karmic release of 2017 and 18. All the things that we gave up, that we had to give up to some extent, or they were taken away in some ways. There might have been losses on these dates, which might have happened. I had a personal loss in April of 2018. I mean, if you have any of those things that have happened in that period, Feb to October 2017, January to April 2018, you might see a new start there. And it's good to look at the photos, it's good to look at the emails of these specific dates, or messages of these specific dates. I don't want to go into history beyond. The thing to look out from a political events perspective is that these eclipses in Leo and Aquarius, as we experienced in 2017 and 18, have a lot to do with the leadership in the countries, because Leo represents leadership. So we would see revolution against the leadership, against certain qualities of a leader, certain qualities or individuality of a leader. We will see those happening in United States. We'll see that in more in Russia. We'll see that in Hong Kong, because these are the countries where the nodal axis or the karmic points are getting activated. So this is a very karmic new moon for United States of America in some ways, related to debt, related to national debt. This new start in national debt in some ways will be a karmic debt for the country, in my view, and that could play out in different ways. Sorry to say that, but these are the things which we need to see how they pan out in longer period of time for the country. They may not play out in an immediate sense, but the events that are happening right now, they have longer term impact on these countries beyond this month. So United States, Russia, Hong Kong, they have their karmic points activated right now, and not in an easy fashion at this stage, which can pan out in a longer period of time. For example, for United States, this is like a solar eclipse. So a new start, but a new start in a debt, in a transformation, in, I'm sorry to say, but in some cases it can happen as a loss of something. So that's something to be taken care of. But on a personal level, you might see something come to light which was lost from you, and you get an opportunity to start something new there, and that is something to look forward to. So that's the overview um, of the new moon and of the first half of the month. I'll now go very briefly over each of the signs. I'll do a more detailed overview, a more detailed analysis of the first half of the month in your individual videos. But let's look at briefly for each of the sign where a new start could be expected, where you can see some surprises and blessings coming through during the course of first half of the month. Let's dig into individual sign now. Hi Libra, the new moon that is happening on the midnight of 31st of July or the early hours of 1st of August is happening in your house of dreams, aspirations, social status, rewards, as well as your connection with the society. This gives you a chance to launch yourself to a wider set of audience, either if you're looking to sort of set up a network, set up a business network, set up a website, set up a social platform. This is an excellent time to do that. This is a very expansive time to set up a social platform which you can see progress in a very positive fashion in the coming months, starting from now. This could be an easy time as well. It could be just a time to sort of network, to socialize with people, to become the leader of the people. You're given the opportunity to lead a network, to lead a set of social activity, to lead a set of people who are sort of your fan base, who are your supporters, who are ready to follow you because of your creative talents, or because of your ability to charm them, or your ability to lead very well, which is your natural talent. So you will see yourself amongst a lot of friends, amongst a lot of fan base, interacting a lot more with people, and this becomes the time to start something new when it comes to a social network. It could be a good time to make a business contact of influence. It could be a very important time to sort of set up your own business as well, your independent self-owned wealth being created based on a long term idea that you have. So, maybe a creative impulse that has always been there and you've been thinking about it for the last 2 years now becomes the time to sort of put it into action, to set up something new, because we have been, Libra, doing karmic cleaning in these houses over the course of last 2 years. We have been looking to make an impact on a wider set of audience by shifting our approach over the course of last 2 years, and now is the time to reap the rewards of it. So launching your talents at a wider scale, launching a project at a wider scale, launching your leadership style for a larger set of people. This is you becoming an independent leader in some ways, a self owned, self driven person who can uh, sort of bring people together, who can lead people, who can lead a set of people who are different from you, who can lead a circle of friends into a good time as well, who can bring about a set of very socially influential people together and deliver to a social cause as well. Being in Leo, this is a fun time. This is a period of vacation. This is the period of spending time, enjoying with your children, enjoying with your friends and their children. This becomes a time for vacation, for creative efforts, for teams to work together and enjoy the things that they do. But for you, the popularity in all of these activities would increase as a result of this new moon. You'll be driven to make an impact on your friends in a positive fashion. You'll be driven to make an impact at a wider audience, and you'll have the aspects to do that in a very positive fashion, especially because Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is going direct on 11th of August. So from 6th or 7th of August, the blessings in the form of Jupiter expanding your joy, expanding rewards of past efforts, expanding rewards of when it comes to your impact on a social basis, on people of influence, on your fan group, on the people who help you in your career. You'll find that increase over the course of this month, specifically starting from 6th, 7th, or 8th of August. It could just start with you having a good time with your friends on vacation, which 7th, 8th of August is the best time to sort of go for a vacation, travel, enjoy with your friends. But it will become bigger as the month progresses, because Jupiter has come in your house of communication, in your house of commercial activity for the first time in 12 years. And it was retrograde for the last 4 months. So from mid of April to now, it was retrograde. Now that it's going direct on 11th of August, the blessings which were held back, which were commercial in nature, which had a quality to enhance your commercial viability of your business, commercial viability of the business that you're leading, or the verbal communication acceptance of what you say, or your ability to make an impact when it comes to your communication skills, will get enhanced and made bigger with Jupiter going direct in the middle of this month. You will find your words making more impact, you being able to convince people at a wider scale in a easier fashion on your point of view. Your ability to launch marketing projects, communication projects, commercial deals will get enhanced in a positive fashion starting from this month. Around 7th or 8th of August, you'll start seeing the positive impact of it. What would be required though is that we come out of an old phase, because Uranus in your house of transformation is making a hard aspect to this new moon, which means that we'll have the impulse to cut off from a side of us that is not serving us well. I'm sorry to say, but we all have that side. It could be a side of us which sort of pulls us back, a habit that compromises our power. It could be anger, it could be addiction, it could be just not speaking up, it could be just undermining ourselves, our power. So there is a part of us which possibly we need to detach ourselves from to become an effective leader, to gain more acceptance when it comes to our creative ideas, to become more powerful in terms of our verbal impact on a larger set of audience. Can we separate the wheat from the chaff in our life? Can we eliminate the junk? Can we eliminate the things that are holding us back? Because it is important for you to do that. This elimination of junk, elimination of the things, thought processes, habits which are not serving us well, anger to some extent, it could be even, I'm sorry to say, it could be ego even, which is blocking us. Our fixed ways of being in joint situations. Can we change a little bit of that? Can we change our approach to some extent when it comes to managing our joint situations, which can make our point of view become way more popular? So there is a shift which happens, a bias which has to go, an old way of thinking which has to go. The realization of your hopes and dreams is dependent on eliminating this negativity, this junk, this old way of handling a joint situation, which is compromising your inherent power, which is compromising your inherent charm. And the aspects are so positive this month that this has no place. And this epiphany, this realization that there is something I need to let go, has already started coming to you, in my view. You might have experienced that during the course of this month in July itself. You might have an epiphany around 29th or 30th of July. You might have another epiphany around 2nd of August. And that will tell you to get out of a situation, to overcome a blockage which is blocking your power. It's not letting you socialize on a wider scale with people. Are you holding yourself back somewhere? So look out for that when it happens. around 29th of July, 30th of July, 2nd of August. Then another one is around 16th of August. 16th of August is more like you communicate in a more powerful way because you've had the realization, where you've had the epiphanies. You have made the shifts mentally, and now you communicate socially to people of influence, to your network in a more effective manner, because we are coming out of the shadow after 15th of August. We communicate in a new way. Our mind is reborn in how we communicate to our network. And that comes through a process in the initial part of the month. So impulsiveness could be high on 29th of July, 2nd of August, 30th of July, 2nd of August, and then 16th of August. This is especially true if you are a early born Libra or you have planets around 6 to 8 degrees of Libra. This is around 29th of September to 1st of October born. There might be something in our diet which needs elimination, which is stopping us. There might be an addictive person we need to cut off from our life. There might be an old loss we need to get rid of. There's some darker side which holds our power down, which we are prompted to get freedom from, and that helps in enhancing our rewards, that helps in our hopes and dreams, that helps in the positivity in the way we connect with our social network and the impact we have on them. And Jupiter going direct commercially has a very positive impact this month around 14 or 15 degree of Libra, which is around 5th or 6th of October born. 5th or 6th of October born, in my view, should possibly set up a platform to launch something to communicate out on 7th or 8th of August. You can take the first step. You can communicate something which you want to sell to a wider set of audience. If you want to break through in a partner, in a business network, you want to do that around 7th or 8th of August. These are the dates when the first steps can be taken, though the full manifestation of something which is launched to a wider set of audience, which helps in your social status, which helps make more impact on a larger set of audience, should be formalized on 21st of August. If I have to choose a day to sign something that will grow in future, that I'll do that on 21st of August. Especially if you have planets around 14 or 15 degree of Libra, which is around 6th or 7th of October born. This positivity in commercial success will continue all the way down to 24 degree of Libra. So if things were held back commercially, people who have planets between 14 degree to 24 degree will see things speed up in the coming weeks. So if you have planets around 14 or 15 degree of Libra, you'll see things open up this month. So if you're born around 5th, 6th or 7th of October, you'll see things suddenly open up this month. When it comes to communication projects, when it comes to marketing projects, when it comes to branding project, when it comes to your own commercial viability in business. Then in September, we will see positive impact for 15 degree of Libra to 18 degree of Libra, which is around 7th to 10th of October born if you're a Libra sun. Then in October, we'll see that progress to 18 degree to 23 degree of Libra, which is around 10th to 14th or 15th of October born. And then November for the rest of Libra, for about 24 to 30 degree. So we are seeing progression specifically for the degrees where the blessings were held back in the last couple of months. But for all of you, you'll feel that things now finally start moving forward, and that begins with enhancement in your social status, going forward, networking with people, going out with your friends, having a vacation, taking some time out with them, then deciding how you want to make an impact on a wider set of audience when it comes to your business network. In the second half of the month, your 5th house comes into focus. Your creativity comes into focus. Your individuality comes into focus. It does not become any more about what other people think. It becomes about how you want your creative talents to grow, what kind of changes you want to do, and what kind of risk you want to take when it comes to your investment risk, when it comes to your business risk. what kind of shifts you want to do when it comes to your you and your children. So things that you're passionate about will come to light in the second half of the month. Your children, a romance, a creative venture, your creativity, they will come and focus in the second half of the month, and you'll see a completion of something. Something in your child's life, firstborn's child, could come to completion, could come to a fruition. Something in the life of your romance, if you were involved in a romance and things have been on the fence, that comes to a conclusion in the second half. If there is a business risk that you have been evaluating, that comes to requisite fruition. If you have taken an investment risk, the result of that, the yield of that, comes in the second half of the month. And this is especially true if you have planets around 22 degree of Libra. 22 degree of Libra would be around 13th or 14th of October born. 13th or 14th of October born, a few 2 or 3 degrees before and after 22 degree, 2 or 3 days before or after, around 13th or 14th of October born will feel that in the second half of the month. A few days to look out for or to be watchful of are when Uranus is making an impact. We can be a little bit impulsive in what we communicate to our network, to our friends on these days. These are great for excitement, but I would not sign something off on these dates. That is 2nd of August and 16th of August. Especially 16th of August, I would not sign a document on 16th of August. The positive days for signing something are 21st of August. If you are not able to wait till then 7th of August, 8th of August, even 14th of August are good for that. A few days to look out for when it comes to power struggles. Because in the season of Leo, self-confidence is enhanced, but ego is enhanced as well. So we want to be on lookout for if there are any ego struggles that could happen, power struggles that can happen on these dates. The dates I want you to be watchful for are 4th of August, 14th of August to some extent. Though 14th of August we have other aspects that can help us, but 4th of August, 14th of August, specifically 24th of August, you want to be careful on when it comes to certain amount of my way or highway kind of energy with somebody in family, in authority. You want to be a little bit careful on 4th, 14th, and 24th of August. So that's for you, Libra. Good luck for this month. We have certain very positive and easier energies. These are in positive energy with you, so they add to you. They add the joy. They add the popularity. They enhance your charisma. They enhance your impact on other people. They enhance your ability to lead. So these are additive things to you. Only thing to look out for is, uh, are we eliminating the junk? Are we eliminating the things that don't serve us physically and mentally well? So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video, Libra.